Assalamu alaikum everyone. We have just completed our beautiful Umrah and our heart is full. But guess what? The journey doesn't have to end here. We have some extra time on our hands in Saudi Arabia, so we are visiting Jeddah. So it's just a quick scenic 1 hour drive from Makkah, and trust me, it is the perfect post Umrah getaway. So, in today's vlog, we are taking you along with us through Jeddah, Corniche, and we have some incredible views coming up. So, whatever you do, do not skip and keep watching until the very end. First stop, checking into our hotel, and Alhamdulillah, we just got upgraded to a stunning suite, mashallah. And now we are on our way out of the hotel after freshening up. So, welcome to day one of our Jeddah adventure as we officially head out. The energy in the city is absolutely incredible. And now we are on our way to our very first stop. But before we get there, I want to play a quick game. Look at these streets. Can you guess exactly where we are headed? And if you guessed Mall of Arabia, you are absolutely right. And wow, walking inside, look at this. We are literally greeted by a full sized aeroplane suspended right over our heads. I mean, I know Saudi Arabia does everything big, but I didn't realize we had to clear airport security just to go window shopping. But winter shopping will have to wait because all this walking has worked up a major appetite. We're heading straight to the food court and it's officially lunchtime. So today we're going to go for some good old fashioned tacos and a much needed cup of coffee to power us through the rest of the day. Keep watching because you won't believe what we find next. It's a beautiful prayer hall in the middle of the mall. It's amazing how you can find time for Salah even if you are roaming in a mall as well in Saudi Arabia. Alhamdulillah. After a great lunch, it's time to head out again to the streets. And mashallah, the streets of Jeddah look absolutely stunning. It actually rained last night, which is pretty rare here. So we've got some waterlogged streets, creating these beautiful mirror-like reflections. Driving through the city right now feels like you're in a movie. These roads are leading us straight to a spot you absolutely cannot miss if you ever visit Jeddah. Trust me, you'll want to keep your eyes glued to the screen for this one. And we have arrived to the Jeddah Corniche or Jadid Corniche. There is a unique kind of peace that washes over you when you walk towards the edge of the water. Leaving the rush of the city behind, every step closer to the vast horizon feels like a moment to just pause and breathe. The Red Sea is looking absolutely beautiful today with the swaying palm trees. It's incredibly windy right now with the breeze sweeping through the area, and it really forces you to just calm your mind. Standing here looking out at the expanse of Allah's creation, I can't help but feel so incredibly small, yet so profoundly grateful. So, a little bit about the Jeddah Promenade. This is an iconic coastal development that stretches for approximately 30 kilometers along the waterfront. The entire area is designed with dedicated structured lanes to accommodate a variety of daily outdoor activities. So, as we walked along, I saw these separate, clearly marked paths specifically designated for running, casual walking, and cycling. Looking around, the landscape presents a striking contrast. On one side, you have these massive, ultra modern skyscrapers rising high into the skyline, representing the city's rapid urban growth. And right beneath them, rows of mature palm trees stand tall against the wind. It was a good time to just, sit and soak it all in on one of these many benches. As we walked further along the path, the true scale of this promenade really starts to open up before you. There is a sense of calm that comes with looking out at such a wide, uninterrupted expanse. In a fast paced world, spaces like this offer a rare opportunity to simply slow down your steps and match the steady rhythm of the coastline. It truly is a beautiful, deliberate juxtaposition where cutting edge modern architecture directly meets the raw, open elements of nature. look at this. I came across a family of kittens. Saudi Arabia has so many cats, and being a cat person, I just instantly want to just adopt all of the cats I meet on the road. I'm being very serious. Look at this one. MashaAllah. And just taking a break across from the waterfront, the energy has shifted completely. We are looking at these immaculate wide roads. It feels like a showcase for some of the finest luxury cars in the world, from high end sports cars to sleek SUVs. The street view here perfectly matches the upscale, modern vibe of the city. But if you want to experience the area closer to the ground, just look at this vibrant, colorful path right here. This is a fully designated lane where you can easily rent bikes, even tandem bikes, and it's honestly one of the best ways to go around and explore the promenade. All this exploring has definitely worked up an appetite, so we headed to many of these restaurants and grabbed a quick bite, which is, of course, a shawarma for us at the promenade, just looking out at the sea, and of course, accompanied by some kittens. Walking further, the pavement has faded into soft sand right at the edge of the Red Sea. And walking here, looking at the boundless horizon, my heart is remembering Allah, the creator of every wave, every grain of sand. Okay, so I was mistaken. Walking further ahead, we have entered a beautifully developed second area of the waterfront. With Maghrib time fast approaching, the energy has shifted completely. And now a lot of families are coming out to relax near the water, enjoying the cooler breeze and the stunning view of this modern water installation. It's the perfect picture of peace. Alhamdulillah. MashaAllah. Oh my goodness, guys, just look at the sky. The Jeddah sunset is officially putting on a show. And the energy out here right now is absolutely magical. This is exactly where the city is truly coming out alive. It's pure, vibrant community charm at its absolute best. Looking at all this, I just can't help but make this dua. Ya Allah, please grant us this kind of peace in our everyday lives. Honestly, moments like these are what travel is all about. But the day isn't over yet. We are officially back on the street. The night is young, and we are headed straight to our absolute last stop of the day. I'm not giving it away just yet. Can you guess where we are going? Lock in your guesses in the comments right now because you definitely don't want to skip what's coming next. Assalamu alaikum everyone and welcome back to Intrigued Muslim. If you saw our last video, you know we had a big surprise lined up for today. So today we are officially stepping back into time and history and we are visiting Al-Balad, an iconic UNESCO World Heritage Site. We'll have amazing seafood lunch and that will be followed by an amazing coffee at a museum. Can you believe that? So stick with us so that we can take you through this place which is loaded with history, culture, and mind-blowing architecture. But that's just the beginning. Today we are diving into the most incredible place in Jeddah, in my opinion. And if you're here for the first time, please show some love right now by dropping a comment. Good morning, everyone. Starting the day off right with a quick tour of our space. As you can see, the room opens up to this fantastic view right outside the window. The perfect site to wake up to. And it's equipped with all the essentials you need for a comfortable stay. I mean, there's full coffee and tea station with a kettle, plus a cozy little sitting area complete with a TV to wind down. We started our morning right here with a hot, fresh cup of coffee to fuel up for the day. Now it's time to get ready, step out, and see what the city has in store for us today. Let's go, Bismillah. And we're officially here. Welcome to Al-Balad, which literally translates to the city. This place is pure history, culture, and life. And the energy here is unmatched. So, mashallah, we arrived at Zohar time. So, we're going to head inside and let's see this incredible ancient mosque. Looking around, you can actually feel the quiet reverence and centuries of history embedded right into these walls. This mosque is remarkable, but keep watching. Later in this video, we are taking you to another masjid in this area that is almost 1400 years old. Trust me, you don't want to miss that. Let's keep exploring. Wow, mashallah, look at all these shops. Al-Balad literally looks like a maze with all these ancient shops, and looking above we can see the remnants of those ancient city, how the cities in ancient Saudi Arabia might have looked like. Here's another shot of this building which still has those windows and doors intact from 1000 years ago. Stepping into Al-Balad honestly feels like stepping straight into a time capsule. This was built back in the 7th century during the Rashidun Caliphate. Caliph Uthman ibn Affan officially designated Jeddah as the primary seaport for Makkah. And it wasn't just built as a neighborhood, it was designed as the ultimate gateway for trade and Hajj pilgrims coming from across the globe. Now, can you look closely at these walls? They were constructed using real coral stone quarried right from the Red Sea. Over the centuries, dynasties from the Umayyads and the Mamluks to the Ottomans have all left their mark on this place. Hundreds of years later, these historic streets are still breathing, still thriving, and waiting to be explored. Let's head further in. Wandering deeper in, I honestly couldn't stop looking up at these towering merchant homes. Those incredible wooden window screens are called rawasheen, crafted centuries ago to catch the sea breeze, trap the cool air, and give the families complete privacy inside. Every alley I turned down led to something incredible. I was walking through historic souks where the air is thick with the scent of burning bahur, frankincense, and spices that have been traded right on these streets for generations. Oh wow, look right here. We just stumbled onto the historic Hajj route. For over 1,000 years, millions of pilgrims walked down this exact path straight towards Makkah Gate. Standing right here where history happened, that's an absolute surreal experience. As I'm walking through these ancient market passages, the weight of history is unmistakable. Trade was flowing through this continuously for so many centuries through these exact corridors. And these buildings with these rawashins, the handcrafted wooden lattice structures, which served as natural climate control and privacy for centuries. The engineering and endurance of these coral stone buildings is remarkable. Stepping back out onto the primary thoroughfare, I realized how these roads functioned as a vital pulse of old Jeddah. Every stone here has a legacy, and we are just beginning to trace it. And this is Bab Makkah, one of the legendary original gates of Jeddah's ancient city wall. Built to protect the city from sea invasions, this exact eastern gateway has stood as the official starting point for pilgrims heading to Makkah for centuries. Reinforced during the Ottoman era, these fortified twin towers were locked every single night at sunset for security. Traders, caravans, and Hajj pilgrims all had to pass through these massive triple arches before setting off across the desert. Alright, walking through centuries of history works up a serious appetite. And in a historic port city like Jeddah, you don't just get any lunch. You go straight for the absolute legend of local seafood. So follow us to Albasali seafood restaurant. This place is iconic. We are talking generations of serving up the freshest catch in Al-Balad. If these walls could talk, they'd probably just ask for some more garlic sauce. Look at this lineup. You pick your fresh catch right off the ice and you tell them how you want it seasoned and fried or grilled, and they work their magic right in front of you. The smell in here, unbelievable. After that satisfying lunch, I couldn't help but look at these walls that contain so much history. Now we are fully fueled up and back on the streets. Seafood high is real. Now let's see what else Al-Balad has in store for us. So, here in historic Al Balad, ancient wisdom lives in the woodwork. This intricate lattice work, known as mangor, was designed to catch coastal breezes while preserving household privacy. And all these houses were built using Red Sea coral limestone and teak wood, and these multi story merchant houses have stood for centuries. Now, we are also looking at the neighborhood mosque. Its prominent minaret has served as the heartbeat for community of for generations, anchoring standard prayer calls amid centuries of rich Hijazi history. MashaAllah, Subhanallah. And as afternoon heat lulls the market to sleep, historic Al Balad gently blends into Jeddah's modern skyline, where timeless heritage is meeting contemporary architecture. And look what we have here. I believe the kitty was able to smell the fish from our lunch from before, so yeah, she couldn't stop herself. So during the afternoon break between the Dhuhr afternoon prayer and the Asr evening prayer, the historical souk in Al Balad has taken a completely different character. Look at this cat's feeder station, mashallah. They have, you can feed the cats here at this very station. You can put some food for the little kittens. Well, it's getting close to Asr time now. You can kind of tell the afternoon heat is finally breaking and people are starting to head out towards the local mosque. The shops are still locked up, so we are going to step inside for a bit and then join in for Asr prayer. See you in a bit. As we have said before, like these buildings have stood witness to centuries of history, holding the memories of empires that built them. And as you turn off the main thoroughfare, you reach Khalid ibn Mughis Lane, where modern noise kind of fades into a maze carved out over generations. And this is such an amazing, passage where medieval architecture still dictates the rhythm of daily life. So now I think we have landed into a bit of an exhibition place, for the lack of a better word, where this gentleman is working on some woodwork, and we are stepping further into the lanes that lead us to the inside view of one of these buildings. Wow, mashallah. Look at these panels of wood, which now serve as examples of templates of what was used back in the day. So, all this work is still being used to renovate the buildings, to make sure, these woodwork is still maintained and preserved. Okay, ever had coffee inside a museum dedicated entirely to coffee? Welcome to the Hijaz House Coffee Museum. As we climbed up the stairs, it felt like stepping back in time, and we were welcomed into a beautiful space with traditional floor seating, very colorful cushions, and cozy couches that perfectly blend heritage with comfort. This museum celebrates the rich coffee culture of the Hijaz region, where Arabic coffee has long been a symbol of hospitality, generosity, and bringing people together. Plot twist. Both of us came to a coffee museum with sore throats. So instead of ordering their famous coffee, we ordered tea. Not exactly what we planned, but honestly, it was the perfect excuse to slow down, soak in the atmosphere, and just enjoy a quiet moment together. Sometimes it's not about what's in the cup, it's about where you are and who you are sharing it with. Alhamdulillah. Alright, guys, just a short walk from the museum stands one of Jeddah's greatest treasures, Al-Shafi Mosque, one of the oldest mosques in the city and among the oldest surviving mosques in Saudi Arabia. And if you're visiting this area, I'd highly recommend joining a guided mosque tour. It brings centuries of history to life, and especially for non Muslims, it actually gives a lot of education about the community feeling and the culture. So, originally built over 1,000 years ago and restored several times through the centuries, this mosque is named after Imam Al-Shafi, one of the most influential Islamic scholars. Walking inside Al Shafi Masjid, the first thing you notice is how peaceful it feels. The architecture is beautifully simple with stone columns, elegant arches, and natural light filling the prayer hall. Much of what you see today reflects centuries of restoration while preserving the mosque's historic character. It's incredible to think that people have been coming here to pray for hundreds of years, and that sense of history is something you can genuinely feel. This officially has to be my favorite time to be in Al-Balad. As the evening sets in, the fairy lights have come on, and the weather has considerably cooled down. So suddenly, the whole place feels very alive. So we are looking at a lot of families out for a stroll, and then children are laughing and playing. There are friends sitting together with their Arabic coffees and teas, and the little shops are buzzing with people. In Saudi Arabia, especially when the weather is pleasant, evenings are when people really come out. And we'll end today's adventure with the beautiful King Abdullah fountain lighting up the Jeddah skyline. Assalamu alaikum everyone, welcome back to Intrigued Muslim as we explore more of Jeddah Corniche today and also catch the magnificent King Fahd's fountain. Stick around because where we end up tonight, you definitely don't want to miss this. So let's go, Bismillah. Good morning, everyone. As always, the absolute best way to start our day is with remembering Allah. And we have just arrived at Middle Corniche Park in Al Hamra, famous for its lush greenery, vibrant promenade, and open air art sculptures. So, the Middle Corniche Park is the heart of Jeddah's coast, we can say. So, unlike the bustling, ultra modern northern Corniche, which is also called the Roshan waterfront, the Middle Corniche stretches along the Al-Hamra district. It is widely considered the most serene, classic, and scenic section of Jeddah's coast. The park features expansive open lawns lined with lush palm trees, quiet walking and jogging paths, and comfortable shaded bench areas overlooking the Red Sea. And it happens to be a family and picnic hub. In the late afternoon and golden hour, local families and friends gather on the grass lawns to lay out picnic mats and sip some Arabic coffee, eat dates, and enjoy the Red Sea breeze. It also features smooth paved promenades designed for afternoon strolls and cycling. The Alhambra area right behind the park is lined with historic seafood restaurants and traditional cafes. And after offering our prayers at the nearby mosque, we headed straight to the crown jewel of Jeddah skyline, the iconic King Fahad's fountain. Did you know that this is a Guinness World Record holder? It holds the official Guinness World Record as the tallest water fountain in the world. It launches water up to 1,000 feet high, like at full blast, it's taller than the Eiffel Tower. Okay, I have to mention this. One of the most beautiful details along the entire Middle Corniche is how easy it is to pray here. You'll find these convenient rollaway prayer mat stands placed all along the promenade for anyone to use. MashaAllah, praying right here by the water with the Red Sea breeze, there's truly nothing like it. And right at the heart of Jeddah's Middle Corniche is one of the most architecturally unique sanctuaries, the Hassan Anani Mosque. It was completed in 1985 by Sheikh Hassan Anani and was designed by Egyptian architect Dr. Muhammad Rauf Helmi. Its entire blueprint is modeled after the iconic Star of Baghdad, an eight-pointed Islamic star formed by intersecting squares. So unlike traditional rounded domes, the main dome is topped with shimmering golden tiles and supported by four distinct architectural walls that taper together seamlessly. And what makes offering prayer here so special is the atmosphere. Cool coastal sea breezes flowing through with direct views of the King Fahad's fountain right outside. It's the perfect blend of modern engineering and spiritual tranquility. Look up at that golden tilted vault tapering into a massive dome, and it's flanked by twin minarets. Even Jeddah's road roundabouts are a work of art, with these gorgeous fountains in the center. Now it's time to head back to the hotel and rest up. Drop a comment if you've enjoyed this day with us, and see you all tomorrow. Good morning, everyone. Today is sadly our last day in Jeddah. But where are we headed next? You'll just have to wait and watch. So, this is our last day looking at the expansive Jeddah town. And we have just reached the airport, and before we fly out, it's time to pick up our official Zamzam water. So here's everything you need to know about getting Zamzam water at Jeddah Airport. So head over to gate B2 at Terminal 1, have your passport and boarding pass ready at the counter. You'll buy the official factory sealed 5-liter bottle produced exclusively, and it's typically priced around 8.5 to 12.5 riyal. And make sure you carry a marker to write your name very neatly. Then you have to head over to the official counter, and then they are meant to be checked in. So most international flights flying out of Jeddah allow one 5-liter bottle per passenger as part of your checked baggage allowance. That's it. Alhamdulillah, we are done. And now a little bit about King Abdulaziz International Airport, Jeddah. Now, this is Saudi Arabia's busiest airport and the primary international gateway to both the coastal city of Jeddah and the holy cities of Makkah and Medina. It spans over 112 square kilometers and connects directly to the Haramain high-speed railway for fast travel to Mecca and Medina. It's a major hub for national carriers like Saudia, Flynas, Flyadeal, alongside international full-service airlines like Emirates, Qatar, British Airways. Wow, and I'm loving this art installation right inside the airport with these paper planes. And of course, no airport trip is ever complete without grabbing a fresh cup of coffee. So now we are fully fueled up and ready for our next adventure right after this. Quick pit stop to do some indoors hopscotch with my kids inside the airport. Now, let me show you a very cool thing. The Automated People Mover, or the APM, at King Abdulaziz International Airport is a driverless transit system designed to shuttle passengers effortlessly across the massive Terminal 1 complex. And because the Terminal 1 covers around 810,000 square meters, the APM acts as the central transport spine connecting the main departure hall to the international boarding gates. And this giant mesmerizing pendulum swinging inside the Terminal 1 is one of the most famous art and engineering installations in the entire terminal. It was commissioned as part of the terminal's cultural art program, and it actually functions as a timekeeping sculpture. MashaAllah. Look at this very vibrant art sculpture everywhere. I mean, this airport is breathtaking in all aspects of the word. Now, you can also grab ihram here in the airport, but to the best of my knowledge, it's not advisable because you will have already crossed the miqat boundary without being in ihram. And to fix this error, you need to travel back to a physical miqat point outside Jeddah to declare your intention or niyyah, or pay a penalty like sacrificing an animal. Now we are heading over to offer our prayers. So there's dedicated, clearly marked sections for men and women with attached wudu areas, and all rooms feature very nice wudu areas, soft carpeting, shoe storage, and very clear qibla directional indicators. and accessibility options for travelers with limited mobility. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hit subscribe and look out for our next video and series on Riyadh. Assalamu alaikum.